Well, we reckon the average person has put on 4 to 6 pounds over the last couple of weeks between the chocolates, the pudding and cream, the Bailey's coffees, the mince pies and cream,
the cheese,
the big dinners, the booze. We could go on and on and on and on and on.
So is it any wonder that Martin is a bit heavier than people in general? Anyway, with that in mind, I decided to don the tracksuit and head to Bootcamp with the Fitsquad to work out some of the to work some of my very small Christmas excess off. Take a look. It's a cold, frosty morning here in Herbert Park in Dublin, and I'm wearing a tracksuit probably for the first time in about 10 years in an attempt to do some physical exercise, also probably for the first time in about 10 years, and I'm here to meet the Fitsquad. They're an organisation that promotes group training in a bid to shed those extra pounds, and I don't know why I'm smiling, because I'm about to join in.
I skip a heartbeat, always up for a laugh. She's a pain in the ass. Every time that we meet, I skip a heartbeat. Give me an evening or give me a night. I'll show you the time of your life.
So, good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Sybil.
I know Martin, sitting on the couch, is getting a great laugh, seeing me out here in a tracksuit doing all these exercises. But what is the Fitsquad all about?
Fitsquad is about outdoor training for adults, basically men and women in the parks, in astro pitches. We train a few nights a week and every Saturday morning. So it's about getting fit, getting healthy.
So it's like, instead of going out to get a personal trainer, you kind of have one here, except you have to share with the group.
Exactly. So rather than having the expense of a personal trainer for yourself for the hour, you get the dynamic of paying, it's only about €5 class, and having the impact of a group. And it's fun. You basically train harder when you're with people.
Yeah.
So rather than on your own, you've actually a full mix of a group.
Okay, and many would normally be in a group. I mean, today we've got about 5 or 6.
Yeah, so just a morning class we have at the moment, but as a norm, you'd have anywhere between 20 and 25 people in a group.
And what you do, I mean, we were running around there and doing all sorts of horrendous things, but like, what type of stuff would you expect?
Every class is different. It's basically, you get a mixed level. So you get people come along who want to increase their fitness levels, or people who want to lose weight, or people who have a goal, want to do a marathon, or are part of a football team. Mix it up, we make it fun, and before you know it, the hour is gone. So it's for a full hour, and if you go to a gym on your own and you're working for 20 minutes, the temptation is go to the sauna and you think you've done your workout. In real terms, you work so hard here for an hour, and because it's outdoors, you pick up your pace much quicker because you have to keep yourself warm.
And do you see people coming in like literally shedding the pounds?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean,
after a couple of months or how?
6 weeks. After 6 weeks, you'll see a difference. It's about having fun, having a life, but getting fit. And out of that, Sybil, you get more energy, you feel better, you look better. And, you know, it's just a better way of life.
You're looking for new members? Because I know there's a certain chap within TV3 whose name...
He would be on the couch, would he?
His name is Martin King, and I'm dying to sign him up for 18 classes. Do you have a space for him?
I think we'll be able to fit him in, no problem.
So, Joe, you've been doing the Fitsquad for the past 2 years?
That's correct, yeah.
And how was your shape when you joined first?
The Walrus. I'm the Walrus was the song. It was about, I'd say it was about 18 and a half stone. About 15 now. Nearly died after the first session, but been loving it ever since.
Social aspect of it here as well. Everyone's so nice. We've done like lots of trips, not only doing Fitsquad classes, but we've been wall climbing in ECD and surfing in Kinsale.
So you feel like an idiot when you start. You're at the end of the queue, and I'm now about in the last quarter of the queue when it comes to jogging. I absolutely hate jogging, but I feel my posture's changed, my legs are toned, my arms are toned. The only thing that's left to go is my tummy.
Pain in the ass. Every time that we meet, I skip a heartbeat.
You didn't get sick down his back, did you?
No, I didn't, but I'm still freezing after that because you're running on snow, you know, and frost.
What really amazed me was
I actually was running.
Well, listen, alert the media. Well, Cahy got the runners on a tracksuit.
And there was no cigarettes at all.
But the amount of people who actually turned out on a cold, cold morning, especially that early in the morning, to join in all the exercise. Kate's joined us now. to tell us more about it.
Kit, you're the founder of Fitsquad. I mean, there's boot camps like this all around the country, isn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. And they're up and coming. I think what's happening is people realise that it's actually harder to train on your own in a gym, and let's face it, we don't have the money to pay 15, 60 euros an hour for a personal trainer. So you still want to stay fit. I think, you know, I often use that we kind of drank and partied our way out of the last recession. I believe we'll get ourselves fit out of this one. You know, Fitsquad is about training in groups and trying to get people healthy. It's trying to get a fitness regime for life, not just, you know, for after Christmas or for the beach.
The fact that you're training in a group means that on even a morning as cold as this one, you will still get people showing up.
Yeah, totally.
Which is the big positive that you attach to it. Yeah. How do you separate the beginners from those who have been for a couple of years?
Absolutely. So, and therein lies the question. When people arrive, they do have to, we assess them. So they do have to sign up in terms of what fitness levels they're at. On the first night, we will assess them as to what level we're at. We cater the class for the fittest person in the class, and then we tailor. So there's always one trainer and a backup support person who will actually help the starters, and both trainers will actually help the starters and keep the advanced people going. So we make sure that we tailor for all fitness levels. So like you saw there, you know, it can be, you can have to push yourself, but within that class, and Sybil really so, but you do have to push yourself, but to your limit. So, you know, we will push you as hard as you can possibly go. When you have people working together, they tend to get competitive against each other, but you still can only push yourself as possibly as hard as you can go. If you're training on your own, let's face it, it's easier to go, oh, great, I've done 5 minutes now and, you know, I'll take a break. But you really tend to keep it going. And an hour, 3 times a week really works.
And is it always done outdoors?
Always outdoors. Yeah, so the dynamic, I'm from a hurling background originally, and it's kind of, I suppose, brought up with that, you know, training outside and you know, with camogie and hurling over the years. So, you know, the whole idea of getting fit outside really works. Your heart rate increases faster. You do have to get straight into it. We do very good warm-ups and make sure that people don't get injured. It's all about being safe as well. So it is always outdoors, and yeah, that might be deterrent. But you know, like we trained over 60 people last night who turned up in park. It was we're in all-weather surfaces, but you know, they still come out when you're wearing the right gear. Believe it or not, it actually works. And a lot of people actually don't like the gym. And don't get me wrong, gym works for some people, it's great, but a lot of people really enjoy outdoor sports too.
Because the gyms can smell of sweat, can't they? Do you know what I mean? And
well, the showers. The park smell of sweat too. There's no shower facilities there now.
Park smell of sweat?
Well, they will after there's a gang of them doing an hour's exercise. I know, but you're not really, because
you're kind of running away from it.
Exactly, and it's a case of, you know, an awful lot of people would go straight after work for the evening classes, they hop in their car, they get changed at work, hop in the car and get home, and they've done their workout then. So there's none of this business of actually having to, you know, go home, get gear, whatever. We text the night before, we give the nutrition advice. We really become the personal trainer in their ear as such.
Yeah, and of course a personal trainer would probably be about 50 or 60 euros.
It's on average about 55 euros an hour. Yeah.
And how much are these classes?
They work out at €5.50 an hour. €5.50 an hour.
So you have to sign up for a certain amount, do you?
So only 6 weeks. So we like to keep it short and snappy so that, you know, again, if you think that you have to commit to something for a full year or for a 10-week period, you're less inclined to stay committed to it. It's all about, I really believe in getting people fit for the longer term. So you do it in short stints. So 6 weeks, doesn't seem like a huge amount of time, 3 times a week. You know, if you miss one, you can go to one of the other classes the following week. So we really try and encourage people to keep it going.
And in many places in Dublin, you're in Dublin and you're about to open in Greystones.
In Greystones, that's right. Yeah. We're actually free classes running Greystones next week. In Dublin, we're in 7 places at the moment, and we're growing that to 12 by early next month.
And of course, there's the whole social aspect, because there was a fair few. I don't know if the ladies out there noticed this morning the bodies on some of the men. Not that I was.
Well, I wasn't looking for that reason.
No, but I mean, there would be. You go out to events, you go away skiing, you go rock climbing.
Yeah, so we do wall climbing, skiing, surfing, all these trips that, you know, things that you wouldn't necessarily do, you know, without a group, or you don't have to join a society. You know, it's the kind of things like kayaking, all these things that you kind of go, I wouldn't mind trying that. Yeah. You know, and we did the New York Marathon last year for a group who could not walk. These individuals genuinely, last April, were barely able to walk 100 metres, and they ran the full New York Marathon. So
they ran us?
They actually jogged the full New York Marathon, genuinely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're all friends now as well.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the other thing. They've got that kind of group dynamic going on, you know. So there's great friendships to be made out of it. Relationships, there's some of those too.
Oh, so we haven't had the first Fitsquad wedding yet?
Not yet, no. We're still waiting for the first Fitsquad wedding.
Well, you're only up and running, what, about 2 years, is it?
Yeah, I'm doing it part-time for 2 years, and I'm leaving my full-time job to do it now.
Wow.
Wow.
So...
It's developing greatly.
Yes.
And do you know what? It's a great time to be venturing out in a new business.
And it's good that it's relatively cheap as well, because paying 50 or 60 for a personal trainer would put you off. Not that you'd never go to a personal trainer, but I mean, you know, it's a much cheaper way of dipping your toe in the water and seeing if you like it. And for somebody, if you were a bit older as well, let's say you're in your 50s, could you go along to the class as well?
Absolutely, yeah. So, and we've had individuals come along from their doctors have said, you know, you need to get fit. They're really not sure what to do. They don't want to go the personal trainer road. So they come along and we'll actually assess them like that beforehand. So we've had individuals who've gotten over heart attacks and who've had high blood pressure set, who've been advised to exercise. And we cater the classes for them also. So it works well.
So you have the expertise to look after that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us, was Mulcahy competitive or not?
Oh, I was actually really shocked. She turned up this morning and it was a case of she was terrified initially, but by the end of it, she was actually competing with our trainer, one of our best trainers.
You're on all fours there.
Would you stop showing those pictures, please, in the gallery? That's very mean. For God's sake.
That's it.
It was very cold.
Where's my car?
But come here, where's my coffee? We're going to do an appeal, I think. Are we going to get...
That's right.
What's the story?
For those who are sitting at home and thinking to yourself that maybe now is the time to get into shape, then we want to hear from you. Kate and the Fitsquad will put 2 viewers through their paces for 2 months, getting them from couch potato to fitness expert, and the morning show will be following your progress. So if you think you'd be up for it, just email us at themorningshow@tv3.ie or text morning followed by your details to 53131.
And we're going to follow them around then when they're running around and stuff like that.
And just see how fit they become.
So you'll take 2 people on and look after them.
Absolutely. So whether you want to lose weight, whether you're fit already and you want to increase your level of fitness, whatever your goal is, you know, some people are getting married this year and you know, already they've been on to me kind of going, right, I've got 4 months, what can you do for me, you know, to fit into a size 8.
Okay, well, send us in your emails, folks, and we'll see.
That's going to be an interesting one for the next
exactly. I certainly won't be doing it again myself, but anyway, because my back is sore now.
Oh, is it gone now? Yeah. Maybe bring Eamon back. Have we got an insurance thing going on?
Yeah. Okay, listen, thank you so much.
Thanks a million, folks.
Okay.
Thanks.